time to release it, Amazon was the first large platform we were releasing it on. And Amazon functions in a different way than most of these other platforms do. You don't have to have an exclusive deal with them, or at least this was the arrangement before our movie came out. So they actually held the movie. Usually it takes 4 days between the time when the distributor or the aggregator, whoever you hire kind of to distribute your movie or who takes on your movie, puts it out. Ours, they held for an extended content review, which no one had ever heard of. The guy that we worked with had like 350 titles on Amazon. He'd never seen that happen once. So they held it for 12 days. We went back to the Hollywood Reporter, told them the story. They published a story, went to Amazon for comments saying, what happened? What are what's going on with this? And then the next, 2 hours later, it comes out on Amazon. And we had already released it on some Patriot channels, My Movies Plus, and I think we had it on Vimeo and Special Project, a couple others. Now we have it on Rockfin and iTunes as well. But so basically, like, they held it, which was crazy until the press started weighing in. And then as soon as they released it, it became their #1 documentary and stayed that way for the rest of the year. I mean,
so this is an amazing thing. On a lot, what you just said is so action-packed. Because first of all, the point that I was making was that it's one thing to not get pulled off YouTube. Yes, we did such a good job. We're so bulletproof. But to actually get distribution from them, through them, you're doing something very, very right. So
I am not just trying to make a profit and to make these, to put these movies on the big platforms, to turn a profit for myself, because the way that the movie business goes, it's not necessarily going to me. I need to make these movies profitable for the people that invest in them. And if we don't have a profitable business model, this isn't a sustainable industry. And we don't need to create, it's not just getting the message out. We need to create a self-sustaining industry so that we can employ any kind of dissident artist type of the people that are coming up in this Gen Z kind of thing, and to actually have a right wing or just at least a dissident culture movement. It has to be able to make money, because that's just how that's how this is going to work. So that's my project. That's really the thought behind the production company and these movies, is to just get a momentum going where we know we have the audience. I mean, I'm not a business person per se. Like, I never went to business school. I didn't think that that's something I would be doing. But to me, I don't know what I'm missing here. It's like Hollywood has decided, for an ideological reason, they don't want to make movies for more than half of the United States. I am coming along and seeing not just political documentaries, but every type of movie or TV show or content imaginable. They have left everything on the table. Everything they make is ideologically backwards. So basically,
there has never been a movie about Stalin, the most important person in the 20th century. Everyone else is a piker.
Yeah, it's like the TV writer wrote like one villain, and like they show up in every season, and it's always Mark Elias and Perkins Coie. The fact that he left the firm, I'm curious to see what he thinks about that. But it means that this is a real thing. So this alone, like that is just such an amazing, going after Sussman is an amazing sign. And I think it's a really, really good sign. And the fact that it hasn't happened quickly, I am told by people I really believe that this is a good sign, and that it should actually take longer would be even better.
Yeah, so Shipwreck Crew, another one of those people who people are so angry. Listen,
I fight with him, but I mean, that's because I don't like how he talks to Julie Kelly.
Right, those two, and it's crazy.
I've seen Julie. Like I'm not.
I love Julie. Yeah. Julie's great, but people have to be a little bit. You have to. So one thing I will tell you, Amanda, you can use this. You can say it anytime. Ron Coleman says, they'll say who? No, the old guy with the beard. From any legal case, civil, criminal, any complex case, unless and until you have the red weld, the file, with everything in it. Of course, those are all virtual now, but you don't really know.
Right.
And I'm always reluctant. And, there's a whole law Twitter thing where they dump, a bunch of people who are almost all anonymous and virtually none of them actually practice law. Very few of them have ever practiced law on an accomplished level, but they second guess other people and their work. And, listen, it's a free country. You can do that. But you have to really be careful if you don't really know. Now, the sad thing about the Mueller investigation was that he was in charge of it and he never really knew. He was supposed to be the guy who knows.
Yeah,
Believe me, in Harmeet Dillon's office,
Harmeet's amazing.
You better know.
Yeah. Well, no, I can imagine. I mean, I've had the pleasure of becoming friendly with her over the years, and she's such an amazing woman. She's so awesome. But I would not want to walk into her office without the facts. I would not want to be that guy. But